Welcome back, Love Nation. This is Nina. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to everybody that has been coming to my channel. Like this video, share this video, and hit that notification bell so you guys know when I drop my next one. Listen, you guys, this Blake Lively lawsuit with this movie, It Ends With Us, is getting more and more stunning as we read through this. There is a lot of details that are definitely raising my eyebrows at all of the things going on this set. This is part 3, and we will be reading through this stunning lawsuit as we explore what happened on this set. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that thumbs up so you guys can continue to watch these videos with me. Again, we're about to get into part 3 right now, and here we go, guys. In the weeks and months that followed, with the direction and approval of Wayfair and Mr. Baldoni, the team engaged in a sophisticated, coordinated, and well-financed retaliation plan. The retaliation campaign relied on more than just publicists and crisis managers spinning stories. They also retained subcontractors, including a Texas-based contractor named Jed Wallace, who weaponized a digital army across the country from New York to LA to create, seed, and promote content that appeared to be authentic on social media platforms and internet chat forums. The Baldoni Wayfair team would then feed pieces of this manufactured content to unwitting reporters, making content go viral in order to influence public opinion and thereby cause an organic pile-on. To safeguard against the risk of Blake Lively ever revealing the truth about Mr. Baldoni, the Baldoni Wayfair team created, planted, amplified, and boosted content designed to eviscerate Blake Lively's credibility. They engaged in the same techniques to bolster Mr. Baldoni's credibility and suppress any negative content about them. On August 10th, the day after release of the film, Miss Nathan's team reported that they had started to see shift on social media, due largely to Jed and his team's effort to shift the narrative against Blake Lively. And here are some text messages from Jennifer Abel, the owner, who is one of the PR people. Hi team, so far extremely limited pickup on Daily Mail or Page 6. We'll continue to keep an eye out and send pieces as needed. But so far it's been steady coverage on pure speculation. We've also started to see a shift on social media, due largely to Jed and his team's effort to shift the narrative toward shining a spotlight on Blake and Ryan. Again, we'll continue to send links and screenshots, but wanted to send an update in the meantime. The same day, Ms. Nathan noted that as part of this shift, the majority of social medias are so pro-Justin, and I don't even agree with half of them, LOL. Again, obtained in a text message screenshot. Miss Nathan then bragged to Miss Abel and that Mr. Baldoni doesn't realize how lucky he is right now, by which they referring to their successful efforts to shut down stories that would have revealed how Mr. Baldoni's behavior, including adult connotations on set, had made cast and crew beyond Blake Lively uncomfortable, as shown in the text messages. This one is from Melissa Nathan. This text message says, he doesn't realize how lucky he is right now. We need to press on him just how effing lucky. Another text message says, again from Melissa Nathan, the whispering in the ear, the adult connotations like Jesus effing Christ. Other members feeling uncomfortable watching it. I mean, there is just so much. Less than 1 week later, they began bragging about how they had shut down stories regarding HR complaints on set. On August 15th of 2024, Melissa Nathan remarked, "This went so well, it was genius, so okay. We have the four majors standing down on HR complaints," again shown in text messages. On August 16th, Miss Nathan circulated a Daily Mail article entitled, "String of hard-to-watch videos that have surfaced following tone-deaf Q&A to promote It Ends With Us could tarnish a 36-year-old star's golden Hollywood image for good." To which Miss Abel responded, "Wow, you really outdid yourself with this piece." And Miss Nathan replied, "That's why you hired me, right? I'm the best." As shown with this article and screenshot, which the article is entitled, "Is Blake Lively Set to Be Canceled? String of hard-to-watch videos that have surfaced following tone-deaf Q&A to promote It Ends With Us could tarnish the 36-year-old's golden Hollywood image for good." Again, all of this is captured with screenshots listed in this lawsuit. To continue, as their own words reveal, the purpose of this social manipulation plan was twofold. It aimed to both A, conceal the pattern of harassment and other misconduct by Mr. Baldoni, Mr. Heath, and Wayfair, and B, retaliate against Blake Lively by battering her image, harming her business, and causing her and her family severe emotional harm. Millions of people, including many reporters and influencers, who saw these planned stories and social media posts and other online content, had no idea they were unwittingly consumers of a crisis, PR, astroturfing, and digital retaliation campaign, created and funded by Mr. Baldoni and Wayfarer to hurt Blake Lively. This is precisely the goal of astroturfing campaign, to light the fire and continue to stoke conversations secretly, blurring the line between authentic and manufactured content, and creating viral public takedowns. As laid out in this complaint, the Baldoni Wayfarer led a public attack of Miss Blake Lively was the intended result of a carefully crafted, coordinated, and resourced retaliatory scheme to silence her and others from speaking out about the hostile environment that Mr. Baldoni and Mr. Heath created. As such, it was not only unconscionable and a breach of contract, but also illegal under both state and federal law. Miss Lively brings this action to hold Wayfarer and its leaders, Mr. Baldoni, Mr. Heath, and Mr. Sarwitz, accountable for the ongoing retaliation, threats, and harm they have caused Blake and other cast and crew and all their families. Factual background. Justin Baldoni and Jamie Heath of Wayfarer engaged in inappropriate and unwelcome behavior towards Miss Lively and others on the set of It Ends With Us. Mr. Baldoni launched Wayfarer Studios along with Mr. Sarwitz in 2020. Mr. Heath serves as Wayfarer's Chief Executive Officer. Mr. Sarwitz is a leading financier of Wayfarer, and he and Mr. Heath and Mr. Baldoni are all close personal friends. Under the Wayfarer banner, Mr. Baldoni and Mr. Heath has many platforms, including the Man Enough podcast, which they co-host. Mr. Baldoni and Mr. Heath have positioned Wayfarer as a male feminist platform that explores gender roles, dismantles toxic masculinity, and creates a safer and judgment-free society for women. Mr. Baldoni serves not only as the co-founder and co-chairman of the studio that financed and ran a production of It Ends With Us, he also served as director, executive producer, and co-lead actor, playing the role of Ryle Kincaid. As studio head and director, all actors and crew and staff on the film, including Blake Lively, answered to Mr. Baldoni. In his words, he was the leader who sat at the top of this totem pole. While Sony was a distributor releasing the film, Wayfarer was responsible for the production, and Wayfarer was led by Mr. Baldoni and Mr. Heath. Production of the film began in early May 2023 and lasted until it was suspended in mid 2023 due to the Writers Guild of America strike, WGA. During that time, Blake Lively and other cast and crew experienced invasive, unwelcome, and unprofessional, adult, inappropriate behavior by Mr. Baldoni and Mr. Heath. Because Mr. Baldoni and Mr. Heath held all leadership positions on this production, they answered to no one and brushed off or ignored the concerns of Blake Lively and others expressed. Mr. Baldoni ignored well-established industry protocols in filming intimate scenes and exploited the lack of controls on set to behave inappropriately. Wayfair failed to adhere to guild rules as well as Blake Lively's contract and industry safety protocols with respect to undressing and intimate scenes, which the Screen Actor Guild and the American Federation of Television and Radio, SAG-AFTRA, acknowledges place performers in uniquely vulnerable situations. Such safeguards ignored by Wayfairs include providing performers with appropriate notice of undressing and simulated adult activities, and ensuring that consent is given free of pressure or coercion. Signed writers are in place spelling out the parameters of undressing and simulated adult acts, safe and secure working conditions that are not detrimental to a performer's health, safety, morals, and career, and the use of an intimacy coordinator to observe the intimate scenes. Without these protections in place, Mr. Baldoni improvised physical intimacy that had not been rehearsed, choreographed, or discussed with Blake Lively, with no intimacy coordinator involved. For instance, Mr. Baldoni discreetly bit and sucked on Blake Lively's lower lip during a scene in which he improvised numerous kisses of each take. Mr. Baldoni insisted on shooting the full scene over and over again, well beyond what would have been required on an ordinary set and without advance notice or consent. On another occasion, Mr. Baldoni and Miss Lively were filming a slow dance scene for a montage in which no sound was recorded. Mr. Baldoni chose to let the camera roll and have them perform the scene and did not act in character as Ryle. Instead, he spoke to Blake Lively out of character as himself. At one point, he leaned forward and slowly dragged his lips from her ear down her neck as he said, "It smells so good." None of this was remotely in character or based on any dialogue in the script, and nothing needed to be said because, again, there was no sound. Mr. Baldoni was caressing Blake Lively with his mouth in a way that had nothing to do with their roles. When Blake Lively later objected to this behavior, Mr. Baldoni's response was, "I'm not even attracted to you." We will be stopping this reading right here as we get deeper into this lawsuit and this egregious behavior on set. I will be coming back to make part 4. Please like, share, and subscribe as we continue to read this lawsuit.